It's Monday, start of a new week. Hope everyone is off to a good start. And it's just about 1 o'clock. I appreciate anyone who has an opportunity to stop by and say hi. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. All right. I'm just figuring some things out, guys. For right now. I am partially monetized. It happened quicker than I thought. And I think the reason why, I think it takes people a little while to, give me a second, guys. I think it takes people a little while to get monetized because it has to be AdSense has to be approved. So it goes through Google and 1 second. There we go. And it takes a bit for that to happen. I was fortunate several years ago. I got my blog, eBlogger, and I got that monetized. So I already had Google AdSense. So I hit my watch. I hit the 3,000 watch hours officially yesterday, and then started the process yesterday as well. Hit that little button. And then this morning, about 7:30, I got the notification that I was ready to go. Of course, this is just the initial part. And we'll see how that works. I'll be working on that last 1,000. Actually, it's just about as of this morning at 928, and that's 5 days that have not been counted. It's been updated as of May 15th. So with those 5 days, I probably have 800 and something left to go. But I think we can do it. Our friend Relaxing is here. Yeah, because watch hours. But no one appreciates me. Hey, I appreciate you. Relaxing says, okay, have a nice day all. And we get a bye from Relaxing. You are definitely appreciated. Thank you very much. Just a night watcher doing burpees in his bedroom says, okay, hello. Relaxing says, I watch you to help you watch. Hey, thank you, Relaxing. That's amazingly kind of you. And I appreciate it so much. And what a huge difference it's made for me. Relaxing says, thanks, bye. Goodbye, my friend, and thanks you again. And thanks for stopping by today. Let's see. So I don't know exactly how those things work. The super savers and all that other stuff. Is it super saver? I don't even know what it's called. So we'll see. Relaxing says, when, if not, send message there. I'm watching you all the time. Very much appreciated. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate that, my friend, and the difference it has made. Night Watcher says, I feel like a hypocrite. I said I was going to kill myself today, but I didn't. Well, we're thankful that you didn't. Relaxing says, no problem for my heart pleasure. That makes it all the more meaningful that you do it just to help people. Hey, SBK says, greetings, sir. My bestie Joe Delaney sent me here for support. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate Joe. Joe is a wonderful person. I'm so glad that we connected. And hey, if she's your bestie, that speaks volumes and volumes about you. Night Watcher says, hello, SBK. Relaxing says, bye, have a nice day. I need to wash my clothes in water. Find somewhere. Wishing you the best, my friend. So yeah, I'm still figuring out the ins and outs here. I think everything is activated. Seems to be. There you go. All right, guys. I was distracted. I'm best. I'm back. And let's see. Night Watcher says, well, let's get back here. SBK says, yes, she's great. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. And as I said, it speaks volumes and volumes about you. You don't get those kind of friendships unless you have that heart connection, and you don't make those heart connections unless you're two people of like spirits, like minds, like hearts. Our friend Night Watcher says, Yogi, I have a genius idea. That doesn't surprise me. Become a VTuber. I don't know what a VTuber is. Relaxing says, thanks, bye. Well, my friend, and thank you again. Joe Delaney is here. We were just talking about you. Joe says, hello and respect Yogi and respect chat. Thanks for popping in. Hey, are you guys all subscribed to Joe? Are you subscribed to Relaxing? Relaxing has a very interesting channel, and it is just that. It's all about relaxing. It will put up a specific color across the board, and you just go and you absorb the color and let it work its magic on you. As well, check out Jill. She went live for the first time yesterday. Did an awesome job. Let's see. Now what you says also stream on Twitch. I don't know what any of these things are. Night Watcher says, everybody sub to Joe, Yogi, and Relaxing. Thank you for that, Night Watcher. Everybody. Joe Delaney says, congratulations, Yogi, on meeting your hours. Thank you. I still have About 900 more to go for the 4,000. But this is the initial thing. And you know what? It does feel good to hit that initial. I'm always slightly hesitant to use the term goal because I spent my entire life setting goals, sometimes meeting them, sometimes after a struggle and some hard work meeting them, sometimes not meeting them. Although that's okay, that's part of life. However, we have a tendency to punish ourselves for not reaching goals, for feeling like we've um, didn't didn't achieve the accomplishment that we wanted. We didn't get the accolades from ourselves or from others. Goals are a outward projection. We're striving for something that we think is beyond us. I love the term aspiration. Aspiration is similar to inspiration. We can call it sort of the flip side of inspiration. Inspiration is the spark that sets us off. And for aspiration, it's the journey itself that matters, not the meeting of goals, um, but the and not the striving. Maybe it's because I'm older. Um, that striving seems less important. Just allowing things to spontaneously happen and respond from there, respond from point to point to point. Um, Nisargadatta Maharaj uh, titled it Niskara Yoga, which literally means natural yoga. It's the yoga of least effort and spontaneity. Very similar to the Tao Te Ching, where they actually have the principle. Same with yoga, the principle of least effort. Doesn't mean that you don't apply yourself. It means that you're working with nature and not against nature. It's an important thing to realize, because why would you want to struggle against nature? David Hawkins, the scientist, uh, in his wonderful book, Power versus Force, talks about that. We spend a lifetime trying to force things to happen. Um, Government is force, but it's not power. Power is always eternal. A force is a dam. Power is running water. Running water can go over something, can go around something, can knock something down. A dam can just contain. Let's see, our friend Flower is here. Flower, how are you? Lexing says, laundry and more, I will help. Thank you, my friend. Night Watcher says, my backup plan, if I fail to be an artist, is to become a 3D designer or a Muay Thai instructor. Those are good plans. And in some ways, it's good to have that backup plan. Although I always think of, was it Hannibal? I don't remember now. I know he crossed the Alps with elephants, but my history's messed up. He burned his ships before the army advanced, which, very much upset the army, because what if we don't win? How are we going to escape? And he said, exactly. Therefore, we have to win. That might be more difficult in the battlefield of everyday life. But my thoughts, Night Watcher, you can never fail to be an artist. You are an artist right now, you'll be an artist forever. Whatever job, whatever career you settle on will just be an expression of your art in one way or the other. Every single one of us are artists of our own life in our own way, getting the ability to design our life and how it goes and how it flows. Night Watcher says, Flo, I said I was going to KMS, but I didn't do it. Such a hypocrite. No, not a hypocrite at all. It means that you're finding meaning and worth in life more than you're not finding meaning and worth in life. And that's a good thing. Flower says, my GP's humor is, don't mind it. I don't mind it. Mainly, I don't mind it because I don't understand. Relaxing says, with my big community, I will help with my pleasure. Thanks again. You have a nice day. Beautiful friends, honest. Relaxing is really, really good person. He just wants to help. He wants to put out beautiful things on YouTube. For me, that's what YouTube's all about. Putting out a beautiful message. And Flower says she's good. Rona Boy says, I see you got accepted. You have a donation thing now. Good. I couldn't see that on my end. I was wondering if it was working. Yep, I got accepted as of this morning. I had mentioned, and I think it happened so quick because I just qualified yesterday, and it said it could take up to a month, but I already had AdSense for my blog, and I've had it for 4 or 5 years now. Actually, I guess for about 5 years, because I wanted to monetize my blog. And I want to say, someone give our Yokester some money. And our friend Goldie is here. Goldie says, hi there, lovely people. Hello, lovely Goldie. Just says, yes, I saw your updated money sign on your channel. Awesome, I'm glad it's visible. I'll be happy with the ad revenue. I don't know how much that's going to work or not. But it'll be something. And as I've talked quite a bit with Goldie about it, I don't need a lot in life. As a matter of fact, I'm striving for simplicity, and I'm striving for just enough. I love how my life is after some issues for a long time. I'm easing into that quiet life of yoga, which means a lot to me. And by quiet life of yoga, I don't mean I sit around in the lotus pose or any other yoga posture, although I do my yoga posture. It means that it's a quiet, meditative, peaceful life that I want to be of service. And that's what I want my YouTube channel to be, of service. If it's just coming here and talking to good friends, which, believe it or not, 2 things. Referring back to our friend Night Watcher, even going live on YouTube is performing art. It's also performing service, because you're opening up, you're providing company, you're providing presence. This is why, once again, I applaud our friend Joe for going live and even just starting her channel, because it's going to be of service to so many people who don't know where to turn to on their own struggles. And now they see possibilities where before they might not have had a single possibility to shoot for. They might have felt overwhelmed. They might have felt helpless. And then out of the blue, as so happens in life, there's synchronistic events. They see Joe Delaney pop up on a YouTube short or a video explaining where she is, how she got here, where she's going, and that clicks and everything changes. So how far? Well, I am far behind. Sorry about that, guys. Night Watcher says, if you stream on Twitch, you'll be able to get money much easier. then I have to figure out what Twitch is and how to get there. I'll look it up for sure. Night Watcher always has big ideas. Um, one of the many things I really like about you, Night Watcher. Flower says, I was watching a vid with someone who had a filter that said, tell your younger self to, and paused 4 times and got, be kind, always be grateful, be humble, yet confident. Take more pictures. Excellent advice. Be kind, be grateful, be humble. With or without pictures. Night Watcher says, only need 50 followers on Twitch to get affiliate. I'm going to look it up. And Flower says, which honestly, I tell her. Those are important qualities. But you know what? You're young enough, we're all young enough, we can tell our present self the same thing right now. That's the entirety of practicing yoga, is learning how to be kind to yourself and opening up to our energetic selves. Goldie says, congratulations. Thank you, Goldie. Very much appreciated. I would not be here without your help at all. Goldie, you have been that important to me. You and Destiny, and man, everyone who comes into this chat, all the people that I met on Mayhem and Miracles, you have brought me to this point. So, hey, Joe, thank you. You are my first super chat. How awesome is that? I will never have a first super chat again. Joe Delaney will always be the one who brought me into this moment. Absolutely awesome. I used to tell people when I got my first buy me coffee, and I had it on my blog, that I am literally going to buy coffee. It's not just the buy me coffee description. It is literally going to buy me coffee. 1 cup a day. All I need. We got a let's go we got a damn and a let's go. Goldie says, thank you, Joe Delaney. You're so kind. She is so kind. As all of you. Night Watcher says, ooh, money and thank you. Give Joe a mod right now. I would love to give Joe a mod right now. Joe, would you like to be a mod? Oh, Goldie has a point. It's setting a precedence. Goldie won't go on Twitch. I don't know anything about it at all. But I'll look it up. Yappy says, I tell her to take more pictures because value memories and can't afford to lose a pic because I now found some old pics. And I knew I hated taking pictures back then, but it opened up old memories. It's a good point that she didn't know she had. That's why, I know other forms of social media gets a bad rap. But I still like Facebook. And I like the Facebook memories as they pop up. Garden says, hey, Yogi. Hi, Yogi. Hello, my friend. How are you? Appreciate you coming by. Let's see. Garden has a wonderful craft channel. I can sit and watch her do that. hours on end. Just a very peaceful, calm, has a conversation while performing an incredible task. If I ever do something like that, I'm like zoned in 100%. I couldn't have a conversation. It really takes a certain mastery to be able to do something that intricate, um, and have such a calm conversation going at the same time. If you guys want to see a really good craft, um, and a good message as well, definitely go visit. Joe Delaney says, I'm okay not being a mod. I love to support. Goldie says, Joe Delaney is definitely a mod material, but I believe people could ask if she bought the wrench. Excellent point. Carradine says, okay. Nightwatcher says, to clarify, Twitch is the biggest streaming platform, even bigger than YouTube. You only need 50 followers to get money as well, and you can multi-stream, so you can stream on both YouTube and Twitch. That makes sense. Carradine says, from Yankee Call Room, I need to make a visit soon to Yankee Kyle and bring some watchtowers to him. He's on my list. Right now, I got our friend UK Medic up, as well as Ivy. And I need to drop by also to actually I got a list, quite a few people. Caroline says, thank you. You're welcome, my friend. And we've dropped the link. Caroline says that he was on today. I'll probably replay his live stream to make sure that I get him some watch hours. Let's see. So I appreciate the information, Nightwatcher. I will check it out. It would definitely have to be something that I could do, multi-stream, that I could do two things at once, as I've made a commitment to YouTube and my YouTube friends, and I'm invested in the people that I know here, and the ever-growing list of people who I wish to support because they're doing such good stuff. As well, we have some unsung heroes here. I hope she doesn't mind, but I'm going to give another shout out to our friend Goldie, because she has a very quiet channel. She's had a few meaningful videos to her. The wonderful, wonderful short of her daughter presenting a beautiful gift that she made, a dragon, as well as the box that she made to present it, and then filmed it herself. Very talented young lady. And she has some other beautiful videos, the little garden that she started behind her apartment complex. But mainly her entire YouTube presence is one of service to other people. You'll find her on so many channels, always offering kindness. So, man, there's so many ways of being of service, even on YouTube, and it doesn't have to be a big flashy channel. Obviously, I'm not going to be flashy or big, but hey, if one person comes in and says they were inspired in whatever direction, obviously I would love to inspire people to meditate. I would love to inspire people to do breath work, practice yoga, to pray, to open up to whatever form of divine presence is of your faith, to be inspired and creative. Even one person, that helps with even one person. Um, or they just feel better. They come here and we all have a great talk and we laugh and they go to sleep a little more at ease. Um, I've been a complete success. Imagine, imagine if that's what we aspire to. If we measure our success, not how many subscribers, not how many watch hours, all of those things are important. So, you know, I don't want it to sound like, you know, hey, just don't try, don't do anything big. Go for your dreams, definitely. But measure your success not by the accomplishments of those dreams, but in the aspiring towards those steps that you take along the way and the lives that you've affected from point A to point B. That's a big thing. Caradine says those are the best to see. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It's like glimpsing a friend in a crowd. And you might not even get a chance to interact, but you know they're there. I'm going to give another shout out. Our friend Eric Lapointe. He's another one. He doesn't often get a chance to come in and say hi, but he's often a quiet presence. And it's a good type of friend to have. Night Watcher says, Yogi, I can set up a Twitch for you if you want. Give me your account. Don't worry, I won't hack you. Let me think about it. Let me do some research. Let me run it across Milka, my advisor, for all major things that I do. And see what she says. Joe says, that's perfectly stated, Eric. If I'm able to inspire even one person, I know I'm proud of myself. Hey, you're on that path and you've already done it. In fact, the path itself is the end goal. I always love St. Catherine of Siena, who her quote was, all the way to heaven is heaven. All the way to inspire is inspiring. Get a thumbs up from Eric Lapointe. So, yeah, each and every one of you guys have become essential to my community. We got the link drop for Joe Delaney. Thank you, Goldie. And we got a link drop for Eric Lapointe. Both of which are very appreciated. I'm going to click up, as a matter of fact, Eric Lapointe right now and see what's new. Hey, Eric, you're getting some nice views on your shorts. I got to tell you, though, you're not going to be surprised. The cow is still my favorite. So yeah, you know, I talk about goals and at the same time I sort of dismiss goals. There's a paradox there. And one of the things with getting a little bit older, we're all getting a little bit older. In comparison to some of you, I've gotten a lot older. Is learning to not just accept those paradoxes, but actually learning to love those paradoxes, because you don't have to hold a single view so tightly any longer. You open up And you see that life is so infinitely faceted. I was about to say multifaceted. Multi doesn't cover it. Infinitely so. Eric Point says, thanks, Goldie. Nothing new, Eric. I'm going to put up some stuff today. Thanks, Yogi. Awesome. Looking forward to it. So for me, and of course it's always changing, my goal has been 2 YouTube shorts a day. Again, I use the term goal. 2 live streams. Of course, my workout. I started my YouTube channel not as any type of money-making endeavor, not even to have a channel. I actually started it for when I was becoming a meditation teacher. It was required. You posted your stuff, what is it, the restricted, where only certain people can see it. And I had to do practice classes of teaching meditation or practice classes of teaching breath work. And my instructors would view it and I would get a grade. And some burpee friends said, hey, put up one of your sessions doing burpees. And I said, sure. And then I did one again and again. And now I think 670 burpee days later in a row, I'm still putting up burpee videos. And our friend Jacob's here, a new friend. Jacob says, yo. Jacob, welcome. Let's see. Joe Delaney says, I realized my bestie stopped by early. Yes. No wonder you said you were just talking about me. I honestly started on YouTube to support my bestie, Silverbacking 96, and support his page. I will check it out. Joe says, thank you for your welcome for him, Eric. My pleasure. Night Watcher says, no one gets only younger, closer to death every single second. We are never any more closer to death than we are right now, because we simply never know. This is why Carlos Castaneda talked about death always being present, always ready to tap us on the left side. And that anytime we take ourselves too seriously, anytime that we have this high self-importance where we're putting ourselves above other people, we simply need to turn to our left and remember that death is always stalking us, and a large amount of our self-importance will simply vanish. We prioritize. If you knew you were going to die right now, what would your priority be? What would it be with your loved ones? Would you hold a grudge, or would you open up and say thank you for being in my life and give them a hug and let them know how important they are? We only get away with holding grudges and not forgiving people because we think we're always going to have time. I can hold this grudge. I can nurse this hurt and this anger. I can be unforgiving because tomorrow I'll get over it and I'll say I'm sorry. But we don't have any guarantees. We have right now. So again, that helps us prioritize the people that we love and the things that we do. Caroline says, I don't look to make money. I just want to relax and enjoy people. And you do that so well. That's, for me, it's the whole essence of your channel is I get to, it feels like I'm at the kitchen table with a dear friend who is doing her craft and opening up and talking. It's an absolutely lovely channel. We got some hellos to Jacob. Our friend Selina is here saying hello. Jacob says, what brings you here, guys? Conversation. Hopefully inspiring each other. Sometimes we talk on some serious stuff. sometimes we're all lighthearted. Sometimes all of that at once. Generally, I love talking meditation and yoga, breath work, any kind of spirituality, any kind at all. Um, again, nature and science, weird stuff. We talk a lot about weird stuff. Night Watcher is going to say some ground rules. Caradine says you are so right. Night Watcher says, be nice and don't be rude. No political talk, no sexual or explicit talk. This is a safe space. We are all trying to help each other. We are a YouTube cartel, so sub for sub is allowed. Good ground rules. I appreciate that. Jacob says, hey, Night Watcher, you don't make the rules here, buddy. I think of them less as rules and more as suggestions. And Night Watcher, being an essential part of the community, has some awesome suggestions that I very much appreciate. He's been committed to keeping things peaceful. Not that it's ever really gotten unruly. A little here and there, but nothing that as a whole that we don't handle or ignore. Jacob says, where are you from? I am from Maryland, U.S. Right in the middle of the state. Perfect location. Maryland's a beautiful state, I mentioned before, and especially where I am. 15 minutes from Baltimore, 20 minutes from D.C., and 45 minutes I can be on the Appalachian Trail, backpacking with the rattlesnakes and the bears, and 20 minutes and half an hour I can be on the Chesapeake Bay. I don't know what I would do on the Chesapeake Bay except enjoy myself, as I don't fish, I don't sail. But I do love the Chesapeake Bay. I love the marshes, the wetlands, and the wildlife there. And in about 2 hours, I can be at the ocean, as well as the mountains in Pennsylvania in about half an hour, the mountains in Virginia in about half an hour. Not a bad place to be. Caroline says, can I move there? Tired of the hurricanes. We do get them here every once in a while. I think the last one that really did some damage was 2003. So it's been over 20 years, but on occasion. And I can't imagine being tired of the hurricanes. Jacob says, I am from Arizona. Arizona is a beautiful state. I honeymooned in Sedona, although we spent a lot of time driving up into the Flagstaff and the Painted Desert area. And then the following year, we went back because we loved it so much. We actually thought about buying some land there at one time. Night Watcher says you already broke the first rule. I don't know, Night Watcher. I think sometimes rules are made to be broken. Everyone needs a little bit of a rebel, you know? Caroline says, well, you need to come to Louisiana, 30-minute drive from the Gulf of Mexico. Nice. I was on the Gulf of Mexico as a kid. Lived in Florida for about 6 months or so. My dad was finishing up a college course. Actually, he was finishing up his master's degree. And we got the opportunity to drive to the Gulf on the Florida side. I haven't been to Louisiana. I would absolutely love to. Medic says, hey, Yogi, it's me Boo Boo. I did really love the Yogi Bear and Boo Boo cartoon as I was a kid. Gotta appreciate anyone who loves a picnic basket. Jacob has a question. Sure, my friend. Carradine says, a lot of marshes, many cranes and egrets here. Beautiful. I bet. I do love marshes and wetlands. One of the things I loved about Florida was the swamps. I love the swamps more than I love the beaches. Jacob says, broke a rule. I don't think so. So we get some highs going, and Carradine says, just call me Barb. I will. Thank you for that. Much easier for me to say. Barb says, I love the bayous. Yeah, such pristine wilderness, almost untouched from their original uh, state. At the same time, as our friend Jacob, absolutely love the desert as well. One of the things I loved about Arizona was high desert and the mountains. Medic says, hey, Eric, too. Eric LaPointe. Golden says, Night Watcher, I don't know which message you mean. Barb, no problem. You go ahead and type in the way that you find comfortable. I don't think, well, I know that Night Watcher didn't realize that. And hey, above all, here's the number one rule. There's only one rule. We have suggestions. We have suggestions for Night Watcher, and they're great suggestions because I definitely want people to feel comfortable and have respect for each other. But here's the number one rule: relax and be comfortable. If you're relaxed and you're comfortable, you're not going to be rude. So that's the number one thing. So Barb, you type the way that's going to be easiest for you to navigate the chat. Joe Delaney says, I've been looking at your shorts, UK Medic, and you are really good at creating and editing videos. My opinion, he's the best. Best in the game. Top of the line. So, yeah, I think, just misunderstandings. Night Watcher, no big deal. Jacob's been friendly. He's been respectful. So, again, the big thing, comfortable and relaxed. Comfort and relax brings peace. Peace is all important. If it ever gets to the point on any live stream where we're unable to sustain a sense of peace, doesn't mean that there won't be friction or, times of some disagreements. But if the sense of peace isn't there, that we don't get that feeling that we can return to it at any moment, uh, honestly, I'd probably just end the live stream and start over again a couple of hours. Doesn't, again, it doesn't mean that there won't be some moments. Peace isn't the absence of friction. It's the acceptance of friction without it altering the sense of who we are. We think of, I love you. I have unconditional love for you as long as you make me happy. So we very subtly put in that condition. I unconditionally love you as long as you unconditionally love me. Which, of course, is an unconditional love. Unconditional love and peace coincide. Medic says Eric Lapointe was not in the shout-out list. He gets his own individual shout-out. Well-deserved individual shout-out. Eric is the best of the best. Flower says, sorry for randomly disappearing. Had some technical difficulties. We held your place. Barb says, okay, thank you. And Goldie says, yes, please, to Carradine, to Barb. That would be like someone coming here and saying, hey, Eric, could you please pronounce every single word exactly the way it should be? And you guys who've been coming here for a while, you know that ain't going to happen. So, honestly, don't even worry about it anymore. Eric says, I feel special. Medic says he'll be posting it shortly. And our friend Nightwatcher says, yeah, I don't own it. He is a trusted friend, though, for sure. So, here's the wonderful thing about peace. Available at a moment's notice. Always available. So, for anyone who is sensing a little issue between any of us, we can simply just stop. We can relax. Proceed as usual. Goldie says, oh, well, Eric Lapointe, you're spoiled by UK Medic. Super awesome gesture. Barb says, my crafting relaxes me, so I don't feel my pain as much. That's awesome to hear, Barb. Those things that we can do that just lighten life. Sometimes just a bit. I mentioned that yesterday, maybe the day before. I forget who it was who asked me about Dan Harris. Dan Harris was the news correspondent, I think, for ABC, who had an on-air panic attack, and which obviously someone who was on air having a panic attack, and it led to anxiety that it was going to happen again, which it did. And he looked for solutions short of medication, which of course was offered. Um, and he stumbled upon meditation, and he wrote a book called 10% Happier, because when he was asked, has meditation helped you? And he says, yes, it's made me about 10% happier. When you suffer anxiety, 10% is huge. When you suffer depression, 10% is huge. Having both, I know how much 10% is. So relaxing, even just 10% while you're doing crafts, relieving that pain, oh man, you can't put a price on that. I'm so happy for you, Barb. Reaper says I sent you a text on Instagram and you didn't respond. I will. I don't actually go on Instagram that often, but I'll make a point after the as soon as I'm done the live stream, I'm going to check it out. So I apologize for that. So yep, I think the best thing to do before anything develops is that we will get back to relaxing. There's really no sense of holding a grudge or anything like that with each other. Wow, guys, you didn't tell me how far behind I was falling. I apologize, guys. Let me catch up here. Eric Lapointe says, hey, Reaper, what was for dinner? So I will be skipping over some just so I can get caught up. Barb says, anything made by hands, crochet, diamond art, epoxy, macrame, painting, cooking. Oh man, those are key words for me because it reminds me so much of my mother and my aunt and my grandmother and great aunts all sitting around and doing that together. Perfect memories. So, guys, I'm going to ask you for my sake, just drop all the grudges, drop all the issues between you guys. Throw out a topic. Jacob, throw out a topic you want me to talk about. Night Watcher, you always have something you want me to talk about. That's what I like about you. You keep things interesting. Jacob says, hey, Goldie, long time no see. How are you? Goldie says, Jacob, sorry for interrupting your constructive conversation, but I didn't see any deleted messages. I didn't see one either. I haven't seen any for a while, which is good. Goldie says, Eric, Cardi, do you see any urine? I don't. Jacob says it might be getting hacked. I hope not. And Medic says that it is live now. So you get a chance to see, two things. You get to see Eric Lapointe's channel. You get to be on the ground floor of Eric Lapointe YouTube Enterprise, YouTube Incorporated. Just getting started, putting out some great nature videos, seen only through the eyes of our friend Eric Lapointe. As well, you get a chance to see the masterful editing and presentation from our friend UK Medic. So that's a great combination, guys. Definitely check it out. Flower says, I feel history is repeating itself. I agree. Jacob says we might have a spammer on our hand. I hope not. Goldie says, I said I didn't see it. However, I was on my way home, so I might have missed it. I didn't see anything either. And I have 2 things up. I have my desktop. And we have the link dropped for Medic. Jacob says, who muted me? I don't think anyone did. I've seen all your comments. Flower is asking Jacob how old he is. Night Watcher, don't mute anyone, please. I'm asking guys once again, relax. Everyone here is welcome, but guys, you can bicker anywhere. You can have this conversation anywhere. Here, we get a rare opportunity to talk with some great people. Barb says 537 breathing is great. It is absolutely great. First put out by Andrew Weil. Hey, guys, at any point, we can just stop. And that's how easy it is. We just stop. We decide, you know what? I'm holding no grievances. I'm not taking anything personally. I'm not making any assumptions about anyone. We just stop. It's as easy as that. Peace literally is as easy as that. So, as a favor to me, I ask everyone just to stop. Here's the only message I've seen deleted, and that is by our friend Flower. Barb says I write poetry and short stories. Also when emotions get too hard. That's awesome. I write quite a bit myself. Not short stories, but poetry and what I call lyrical prose. Goldie says, Jacob, how are you today? Which is a wonderful question. Because you know what? We all want to hear how each one of us are. So, let's see. Sorry, I got distracted. Eric Point says, thanks, Goldie. Thanks, Medic. That was great. I will be checking it out in just a little bit. Goldie says, Night Watcher, please. Yep. Hey, guys, I'm going to ask one more time. Leave every message alone. Don't delete anything. Not a single thing. And then everything is out there in the open. I don't have to like everything I see. You guys don't have to like everything you see. We can always move on. We can always keep going. But when this happens, the entire live stream is basically done because it's spent making peace, and it ruins the experience for all the great people that have come in here just to share some time, man. Imagine how big that is. People carve time out of their day to be here. I can't even begin to tell you how much that means to me. So when all the comments are deleted, again, I don't care what someone says. I know not everything someone's going to say to each of you is going to be flattering, but what a perfect opportunity to practice. And it's all a practice. We practice being kind. We practice being patient. We practice not holding grudges. We practice being peaceful. If every time someone comes in and says something we don't like and we delete it, that's not practicing. That's ignoring. So this is our opportunity, and it's the only one we have. Um, and man, I hate to end a live stream because we're not getting along. Or actually, because one or two people aren't getting along. So I'm asking you guys, for my sake and for the sake of our friends, let's just leave things as they are. Joe says, I just went to view the shout out by Medic. Mr. LaPointe, great job. I'm really looking forward to it. Noble's here. Noble says, hello, Yogi. Noble, how are you, my friend? And we get a hello to Noble. Goldie says, Medic always does an awesome job with his videos. Yeah, he puts so much love and care into it. Medic says it was just a short one, Joe. I try to help when I can. Hey, again, I'm asking guys, no timing out, no deleting messages. Let the conversation unfold spontaneously, organically. Let's have fun. We don't need to like what everyone says. All right, thank you, Nightwatcher. Nightwatcher says, okay, peace now. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm starting at the bottom, and I'm going to work my way down. So, Nightwatcher says, so Yogi. Yes, 10 seconds, not. Noble has an excellent point. Timing someone out hurts Yogi's live stream. Watch hours are important. Yes, they are. Noble, thank you for that. That didn't even occur to me. So, for my sake, for poor Yogi's sake, Nightwatcher says, so Yogi, how are you? You know what? I'm doing better now. I'm doing better now. You guys are, everything's returning to the natural state of calm and ease, and I appreciate that, guys. Barb says, stay calm, nice, try to understand each other, just talk nice and share. Perfectly said. Beautifully said. Thank you for that, Barb. Noble says that he's doing great, Yogi. Timing someone out for 60 seconds really hurts the live stream hours. And it does. Nightwatcher says, so how is Misty? I haven't seen Misty since Friday. It's a long time to go without Misty. Milka went to Atlanta for a birthday party for her brother, who turned 50. And at one point, she would have left Misty with me, but with my two cats, they're adopted cats. And I don't think they've been around dogs before because they don't like dogs at all. And Misty's not aggressive, but she is very curious. She's cat curious. Goldie says, Eric, I need to go in 5 minutes. I appreciate you being here. I was going to stay live for probably another 15 minutes and then do my meditation. Nightwatcher was saying, I was saying Twitch is much better for you, Yogi. I'm definitely going to do some research on it, Nightwatcher. You have me curious. Noble says, someone just timed someone out for 600 seconds. I can't even count to 600 seconds. Not good for the live stream. We need to respect the channel and the Yogi. This live stream is about him, not about hateful arguing. Thank you for that. Bauer says, hey Eric, what did you think of when I said history is repeating itself? What did you think I meant? Just a question I'd like to answer to. Situation that we've had here before. Night Watcher says, I was actually thinking something else. Another situation. I don't want to throw names out to people because it's never about any one individual alone. It's dynamics, group dynamics, which is why it's all the more important that we just don't take anything personally. Imagine how peaceful you guys would be, all of us would be, if we just didn't take something personally. Nightwatcher says, you go viral on Twitch like a wise old Yogi, just chatting, we'll go viral. In between this live session and the next one, and I'm going to write that down, I'm going to explore Twitch. Not even sure if I ever really heard of it. I know our friend UK Medic has been talking about, is it Rumble or Rumbler? Noble says, Yogi is a very peaceful man, a man that doesn't deserve arguing in his chat. It's quite disrespectful. I have huge respect for my buddy Yogi. Thank you, Noble. Those are kind words. I appreciate that. Barb says, Rumble. Thank you. Flower says, yeah, a mod and normal having conflict. The name's Jacob Say, the profile is dark, and time's out. Familiar. Barb says she just joined and unjoined. I haven't had an opportunity to look at the channel yet. That Watcher says, Rumble isn't good. Not many people use it. So I'd be a pioneer, forging the path of my Rumble success. I got to say, the fact that I just hit the 3,000, sorry, watch hours, and yesterday and then this morning they sent me the notification that I could monetize, impressed me with YouTube. However, as I mentioned, the fact that I already had AdSense. So hey, guys who want to monetize, apply for, I'm not sure exactly how to do it, apply for AdSense now, so that it's in place. Maybe like start a blog, start a Google blog, and apply for AdSense, because it'll go quicker. Barb says they don't follow their own rules. For Rumble, trolls downvoted every one of my videos. That's horrible. I've heard you mention in your live stream talking about trolls and the damage they did. Man, I'm sorry for that. You have lovely videos. I feel like, Barb, when I go to your channel, I feel like I'm a visitor in your kitchen, that you've invited me in. How could anyone go into your kitchen or your living room so kindly invited and be that disrespectful is beyond me. Goldie says, have a lovely live chat, and please keep it peaceful. Thank you, Goldie. Flower, or Noble says hello to Flower. Noble, how are you doing with your watch hours? I had you up and running this morning, and I will again tonight. Flower says, Chris, yes, I thought about that as well. Flower. Again, I didn't want to say any names. Chris is always welcome here. Whenever he chooses to come. Flower says that was Chris. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe. And Barb says yes, and that they're still doing it on YouTube. And YouTube's not responding to get them to stop. Barb says, one person lied and it grew, so I try to be as kind as I can. I've mentioned this quite a bit, Barb. A lot of times we don't include our own self in kindness. And it really needs to start with being kind to ourselves, and then we extend it outwards. So being kind with yourself sometimes means that you got to take that firm stance and defend yourself, not allow someone to lie about you. Flower says, no one it was Phil, Jacob was Chris. I sort of had some suspicions. Of course, I don't know for sure. I don't know if that's true. But I did think that, which was another reason why, let's have it peaceful. But yeah, the defensiveness, I think, sometimes. Barb says they're calling me a trafficker. I heard you mention that yesterday. Man, I really hope YouTube investigates and puts an end to that. Jacob is back. Barb says yes and no. Night Watcher says, okay, I'm sorry, Jacob. Thank you for that, Night Watcher. Very much appreciated. Barb says, I got off YouTube for a while, but calling cops with lies, then get the body cam and put up YouTube bully. That's disappointing in YouTube, that they're not following those anti-bullying Jacob says that he's not Chris, but he's been here before. Well, I appreciate you coming back. Jacob says, last time someone did something to me twice. Hey, Jacob, I'm sorry. I think I might have said Chris before. Sorry for that. Jacob, I'm sorry that someone did that to you before, that it's happening here. Hey, our friend, the J. Jordan is in the house. The J, how are you? Says hey to everyone in the chat. So I'm going to put this out there. Our friend the J is a modest guy, but we are, in my opinion, we are in the presence of a legend. A creative genius across the board, as well as a great, great athlete who entire YouTube presence is just to inspire. The J says he's maintaining over here. So sometimes it's best to let mysteries be mysteries, guys. Jacob A is here, and he's welcome. Don't need to know anything about Jacob other than he's here. The J says, no, not me. I'm just a support. And that's what makes you such a valued friend and valued part of the entire YouTube community, is the unlimited support that you give people and the unlimited inspiration. Guys, are you sub to the J? You'll get a whole lot of inspiration. You will get you'll definitely be inspired. The reason why I'm live right now having these conversations has almost everything to do with the J Jordan. I know no other way of doing something other than being authentic, just being myself. And I'm not sure, I wasn't sure, how's that going to go on a live stream? Does anyone want the authentic Yogi? And watching the J, the clear and simple message was just relax. Put your stuff out there. Be as creative as you are. And don't worry about it. Eric Lapointe says, thanks for the shout out last night, the J. Man, Eric Lapointe is getting shout outs everywhere. Well deserved shout outs. Jacob says not a hey to me, Jordan. He said hey to everyone in the chat. I think Eric Lapointe got a specific, the J, because they've interacted on YouTube. Flower says, I need a few more days until I can change my name back too. Hello, Flower here. Yep, you will always, always be Flower to me. Night Watcher says, hello to the J. Noble says, I hope all is well, Yogi. Much love, and I hope the peace continues like energy you push out in the world. Thank you, Noble. Thank you very much. And hey, thank you for being part of that peace. Thank you for being a peacekeeper here. That's very much appreciated. And the J gives a shout out to Jacob. Flower says, small prank was worth it though. Hey, if it made you laugh, if you found it funny, it was definitely worth it. Our friend Odom is here. Odom says, hey. Jacob says, question, who is Chris? Chris is a friend who has had some disagreements with people here. I've never had a disagreement with Chris. I've never had a disagreement really with anyone here. I'm not a disagreeable sort. I think people might have disagreements with me, but hey, what does that have to do with me? Honestly, absolutely nothing. Flower sums it up. A good friend. Definitely. I like Chris quite a bit. But also, Chris has been known to take offense easily. And that is a tough way to go through life, guys. Because life will give you every reason in the world. YouTube will give you every reason in the world to be offended. We don't need to look for it. That's for sure. Jacob says, I hope he comes back so I can meet him. I hope he does too. Eric Lapointe gives a thumbs up to our friend Noble. Barb says, thank you for having me in the room. I need to go and pour epoxy. Blessings to one and all. Barb, it was really a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. I look forward to your next live session, and I will definitely be dropping in. Flower wants to know how old our friend Jacob is. Noble says, hello, Eric Lapointe. Thank you for showing up on my live streams. They are random, but I enjoy seeing you there. Also, thank you, Yogi, for connecting us. Absolutely my pleasure. And I love seeing those connections get made. Absolutely love it. And Eric is definitely a great supporter wherever he goes. He's a presence. Jacob's 21. Flower says, pretty young. Flower says that she might be the youngest to watch Yogi. Yeah, I think so. Our friend Squirrel Sniper is here, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond and under the same skies. I know exactly who you are. Night Watcher by any other name is still Night Watcher. Night Watcher is a Jedi Yogi in training. Flower says, Lise. Yep, Flower, I thought you would have gotten that right off the bat. Noble Savage says, Squirrel Sniper, good to see you. Always good to see Squirrel Sniper. Flower says the name gave it away. Yes, it did. Squirrel Sniper on my computer screen, on my desktop screen. I had to bring it up. It was small print on my Kindle device, and my Kindle kept crashing. So I have it up on my desktop. Easier to read, and I'm going through it, taking little reading breaks as I work. First off, I didn't know that termites were called white ants, and I wondered, because you were talking about termites, but the title is The Soul of the White Ant. Jacob says, put my channel on your computer. Not right now. I'd have to go back into the chat. I got so many windows open because I'm doing a lot of watch hours for people. But I am going to check your channel out. And I'm going to, I'll sub. Jacob says another time. Definitely another time. And definitely remind me. We got some all-important questions here from Noble. Is your name Squirrel Sniper because you shoot squirrels, or because you are a human-sized squirrel in the military working a mercenary sniping all enemies attacking your motherlands? That's an excellent question. Squirrel Sniper says, yes, only termites are called white ants. I did not know that. Noble says, sorry for the random imagery. That is one of the lovable qualities of our friend Noble, the random imagery. Jacob says his uncle was in a military team. That's awesome. My ex-wife is retired Air Force. I mentioned before, I say ex-wife, but as those who know me, as those who know Mocha, she is not an ex anything. Squirrel Semper says to Noble, unfortunately, not the latter. That would be epic. Your gut was right, firstly. It is a shame that we haven't fully trained our squirrel population to take up arms and defend the motherland. Noble, I definitely think you are onto something there. Let's see now, which says, how do you have ADHD while being so creative? ADHD is part of your creativity. It's a gift. It just needs to be retranslated. Some school of thoughts now believe that ADHD is the result of early childhood trauma of some sort, when we didn't have any choice but to retreat inwardly and be this ever watchful. Others also say that it's served evolutionary as the hunter-gatherer gene. I don't know if we'll ever have the exact origin. I don't think it matters. I think that we know it makes things difficult for so many, but at the same time, it's a gift. And we just need to learn how to channel that gift, make it work for us and not against us. Some people also call it the Edison gene. As think of all the inventions that Edison patented. And he couldn't do that by always being that one point of concentration. He was all over the place, and it worked so well for him. And we can learn how to do that. And at the same time, we can improve our focus at the same time. Flower says he put my name on his channel. Your uncle? That's awesome. We got some questions from Flower. Flower says, I have it was around 2 a.m. and they smashed their car window and stole some stuff. I don't know which, though. I'm sorry about that, Flower. Yeah, I've been robbed myself before. Joe is back. Joe says, hello, everyone that came in, and I missed. Greetings. Hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you, Joe. We're actually going to call it a day in just a minute. I'll be back about 5. Jacob says, once someone tried to rob my house, but I hit his back with my Captain American shield. Boy, that came in handy, didn't it? Night Watcher says, my dreams are creative, but my regular mind is not. Hey, I've seen your drawings. They most certainly are. And the fact that you draw, the fact that you even do it. Night Watcher, how many people do you know draw? I got a few people close to me that do, but they're in the minority. If you're called to be an artist, that's a genuine heart calling. That's a big deal. And you've been given a talent as well as that creative drive. So your regular mind is just your regular mind. Use your regular mind to do regular stuff. Use your creative instinct. Use your creative heart to be creative. You're not limited by your regular mind. Your regular mind helps the heart pump, the blood flow, the liver, the spleen. Your creative mind, man, that's where the big stuff comes from. And you have that. Just keep opening up to it. Man, you guys aren't telling me when I fall behind. Normally, I'm being yelled at. Yogi, you're falling behind. Noble says I was also able in the military, and I was picture having a human-sized squirrel as a battle buddy. I would love to have a human-sized squirrel throwing me over his shoulder and running with his wounded body. We got a dream, Noble. We got a dream. Can you imagine if Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider? Carrying his body to safety like Forrest Gump. Flower wants to know if Jacob will be here tomorrow. And Jacob wants to know if Chris you're talking about was in Special Forces. Flower says she knows 6 people who draw. That's awesome. It's always good to surround yourself with creative people. Jacob says if he was, then I think you are referring to my uncle. Is your uncle's name Chris? Flower says they're in the, Nightwatcher says they're in the majority. Well, that's good. Like I said, it's good to be with that creative group of people. Noble says, see you later, Eric. Thank you, Noble. Appreciate you being here. Man, I really appreciate you being the peaceful presence that you are, as well with everyone else. Jacob says his uncle's name is Chris. Odom says, have a blessed day, everyone. You too, Odom. Thank you for being here. Jacob says he was here. I don't know. He might have been. It's the mystery of YouTube. We take a lot for granted, that people are going to be who they say they are, that people will Noah says that he's staying. Eric is leaving. I must have missed that. Oh, there, I see it. Eric Point says, Noble, on that note, I have to get have to go. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you being here. Joe says, you all have a wonderful, blessed day. You too, my friend. Noble says, common misconception because you both have the same name. This is true. Joe says, I'll be stepping out to lunch. Have a great lunch. And again, I'll be shutting things down in just 1 minute. But I'll be back about 5-ish. Hey, Noble, are you going live today? Jacob says, Noble, did you know my uncle? It is what it is. Says, I made it to hit the like. What's up, YouTube family? Lewis, how are you? You did make it to hit the like. I appreciate that. So 1 more minute. Noble says, thank you, Squirrel Sniper. My child imagination never left me. Those adults couldn't knock it out of me. Awesome. And you know what? It seems for a while that they really try, don't they? It is what it is. Says, I see my name. What did he do? What did I do? Jacob Pace says, hey, it's something. Lewis says, doing great. Finished my live, did 107 pumps because I reached 700 subs. Hey, that's awesome on both counts. Congratulations on the 700 subs. Definitely well earned and well deserved subs. No one puts in the reps. Like, it is what it is, and no one inspires more people than it is what it is, and no one deserves 700 and more. 700 and climbing. Guess who swirls? All right, Noble says, yes, I'll be going live in 10 minutes. Organized room and walking, jogging on the treadmill. Awesome. Starting his workout journey. So, hey, guys, you heard that? In 10 minutes, Noble's going to be live. He's starting his workout journey. Make sure you definitely support Noble. All the way across the board. Support Noble because he's got an awesome channel. Support Noble because he's an awesome guy. And always support someone on their fitness journey. Jacob has a question. What is the question? Is this channel for all ages? It's a good question, actually. Officially, I don't know. It's for whoever comes in. I had the not for 18 and under, but a lot of under 18 people show up. I don't have any age discrimination. I ask people to be kind. No one's been kinder than Flower at all. And our friend Nightwatcher is a kind person as well. Here's the thing. People have disagreed with Nightwatcher. But everything that he's done on my channel has been out of kindness to me. He's been looking after the community. Do I always agree with how it's done? Nope. But do I respect and appreciate that he's willing to step up and do it? I do, 100%. Jacob says, why did they disagree with him? Flower says, I don't think I've had any fights. I'm waiting for the Flower feud. I'm waiting for Flower to lay down the law on someone. One day, Flower is just going to explode. We're going to see the iron fist of Flower. Jacob says, why did they disagree with him? Gonna have to ask him. And, I don't know if Chris K is the uncle or not. Could be. And you have to ask them. Noble says, I try to be friendly, but I'm usually a grumpy old man. I'm the oldest guy here, man. If anyone has an excuse to be grumpy, I got a bad back, I got a bad shoulder, I got a bad knee, I got a misaligned jaw. I got issues, man. Noble says, what it is, I stopped by your stream 20 minutes ago and seen some burpees. You saw the best burpees in the game, Noble. It is what it is, says the quiet ones are always the troublemakers. Yes, they are. And someone who goes by the name of Flowers, you know what I mean? That's just a little too innocent, in my opinion. I think her new name should be the Iron Fist of Flower. Noble says, no problem. It is what it is. You were killing it. Yeah, he always does. There's no other way, for it is what it is. It's all about the soundtrack. I have a theory. And I'm wondering, if we were to put It Is What It Is on the burpee mat and play Barry Manilow in the background, would he still kill it? That's the question. It's a scientific experiment. And I think there's only one way to find out. I think we need a burpee session. It Is What It Is. Nothing but Barry Manilow. And see what happens. Flower says you have to wait for that day. Squirrel Semper says which part of this stream isn't family friendly. I agree. We definitely keep it that way. And if it heads in another direction, everyone does their best to bring it back. Noble says I'm the grumpiest man here. I don't know, man. You should see me when I get up in the morning. Is anyone really non-grumpy at 2:30 in the morning? Actually, I get up pretty enthusiastically. I get to get up. I get to do breath work. I get to meditate. I get to write and drink coffee and do yoga and go out in nature. It's all laying there ahead of me. Jacob says just ask people to keep it family friendly for the young people. That's good advice. And we do our best to do that. It is what it is, says Will Jacob. Sometimes it happens, bro, and that's what it is. It is what it is, Eric. One way to find out. I'm waiting to see. And you can blame me. This is a science experiment put forth by Professor Yogi. Jacob says that's why I'm asking you all to politely keep it family friendly. We do our best. I can't really recall too many times when it really hasn't. Actually, I can't ever recall a time when it hasn't. Squirrel Semper says, and then Rick Ashley, it is. Hey, that would be something too. It is what it is, says sometimes it happens. Jacob, sorry in advance. Our friend Dottie is here. Dottie, how are you? How are you feeling? Jacob says, let's don't make a disagreement. Sorry if what I said wasn't completely understood. Not a problem at all, Jacob. Nightwatcher says, don't worry, been through the trenches. This is true. Not a child. Squirrel Sniper says, Jacob, I should save those words for when it happens. And then there are plenty of mods to rectify the error. Yeah, we got some great mods and watchful, very watchful mods. Dottie says, hello, happier? Well, that's good to hear. Our friend Richard is here. Hey, Richard. And Noble says, make that 20 minutes till I go live. I should organize my room a bit before I go live. But wait a minute. You can't do a live stream organizing your room and then organize your room before you go live to organize your room. We can't do that. Richard says, good afternoon, everyone. Dottie says that she's on the road to recovery. On the road to feeling better, road to recovery. Awesome. Really glad to hear that. Hey, our friend Brian is here. You guys are pouring in just when I was saying goodbye. Everyone's saying hi. Jacob says, squirrel. Today I noticed some mods didn't do the job correctly. Brian says, hope everyone's having a good day. Flower says she guessed it was you. Yep, Flower cannot hide. A flower by any other name is still a flower. Noble says, Brian, how is it going, buddy? That I said that in my best Noble Scrolling Traveler voice. I don't know if anyone picked up on that. That was my impersonation of Noble Scrolling Traveler. Obviously, my talents don't lie in that direction. It is what it is, says Eric was about to leave. I've been promising to do so for quite some time. Jacob says, I think it's my uncle's. He changed his name to mine. And Night Watcher says, but can we do a reaction, every reaction, every reaction, every reaction? I might be able to manage that. I think Noble can manage that. I think if anyone can manage that, it would be Noble. For me, Noble sets the bar on live streaming. All we can do is reach for it. High aspirations. By striving for those aspirations, we all lift our game. Jacob says, where did he know someone named Chris from here? Brian Lane says, hey, you sounded just like Berga. Well, you know, I've been studying the nuance of Noble. Trying to get in his head. Getting that voice down. Jacob says his name is Chris. Don't know about the K. Well, maybe Chris will come back. Always open door policy for friends. Chris K is definitely a friend. Dottie says it's nearly 8 p.m. here. What time is it where you are? It is almost 3. I'm going to get ready to meditate and then have something to eat. And then I'm going to go live again at about 5. Noble says, Yogi, what the heck? I thought you just played a record of me. You sounded just like me. It's uncanny. You know what I mean? When I channel that personality, I try to be careful because I can get so into character that I literally become Noble. And one thing we all know for certain, there should never be two nobles in the world. The world was made for one noble and one noble alone. It's 11:52, for it is what it is. I'll be going to bed, and it'll be like 3. Jacob says, I don't think it's right to tell strangers his last name. That could be. Of course, my channel started out as Eric McCarty, so there was really not much choice in that matter. It is 1 a.m. in Bangladesh. What time is it in Myanmar? I think it's the same, actually. I was just having an excuse to say Myanmar. Dottie says we were in quite different zones. Yes, we are. Flower says, I can see why you see me as a stranger. It's completely fine. Nice to have some apologies. Jacob says, squirrel, he could have been here like a week ago. Brian Lane says he has his full name on his channel besides his middle name. I don't care who knows it, really. I'm the same way. Brian says my name is my name as well. Squirrel Snapper wants to know what's your issue with Chris K. Night Watcher says, I'm guessing it's 1:30 in Myanmar. My last time of saying Myanmar for the day. Flower says, Brian, one thing, you actually sound like a guy named Bryant from Family Guy. Noble says, I'm going to taste test some random new candy and some new shorts in a bit, buddy. Exploding candies. Wow. Pop Rocks. I had Pop Rocks when I was a kid. It used to be said, the urban myth, when I was a child in the 70s and early 80s, if you had Pop Rocks and you drank Coke, you would explode. Flower says it's 1:27, so technically 1:30 a.m. It's late for you guys. Oh, I think Squirrel Sniper is pretty calm. As a matter of fact, I get the feeling that Squirrel Sniper is inflammable. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Brian says, you really think that Flower didn't think that? Really, you think that, Flower? Sounds cool. Yeah, I don't get that either, Brian. But everyone sounds different to each other. It is 12:58 for Night Watcher. Squirrel Sniper says, I do remember a Chris K last weekend. And relaxing is here. Welcome back, my friend. Flower says, I hope Chris comes back. Would be nice. And Dottie says, just a short visit. Hey, and we'll catch up again soon. Dottie, I appreciate you coming in and letting us know how you're doing. And I'm so happy to hear that you are on the road to recovery. Thank you. And my thoughts and my prayers are still with you and will continue to be with you. Clara says she keeps missing her chance meeting Chris. Squirrel Sniper says, all depends if you hit that sub. Brian Lee says, Brian, a Family Guy, is actually a smart guy or dog. Yes, he is. He is the smart one in the family. Squirrel Sniper says, great word, Eric. Thank you. It seems to apply. You've been another great source of peace here. Relaxing says, my pleasure. Thank you, my friend. So we're actually going to finally sign off. Jacob says we'll still be here in 5 minutes. Nope. I've been thinking of signing off for about 30 plus minutes. Squirrel Sniper says I'm very equitable, Eric. Yeah, you know, people who are, you feel it, you can sense it. Noble says he's going to head out. I have to organize the room before I organize the room. I'll be checking in on you in just a bit. We got some emojis from Relaxing. Brian says, can I help? All right, so Noble says yes, he'll be asking for suggestions. That's awesome. Guys, they got to shut things down. I'll be back at 5-ish. I know some of you are going to be asleep, as you should be. Noble's going to be live very shortly. Definitely go check out Noble. Spend some time. Help him organize his room. Keep him motivated. Hit the like button so he keeps getting those 20 push-ups in. Nightwatcher says, see ya, Yokester. I need to get a whelp. I get a whelp from Flower. Brian has to go to work. Brian, I've been hoping to catch you sometime and offer some breathwork suggestions for a nighttime routine. So remind me sometime when you come in. Noble says, have to do my taste test candies. Don't forget to check out the candy testing. I'll definitely be there. Guys, definitely check out the candy testing. You know it's going to be worthwhile. You know it's going to be fun to watch. Brian says he'll try to stop by. So, guys, I'll be, after I eat, after I meditate, always meditate before you eat, I will be checking Noble out as well. So I might see you guys there. Brian says, yeah, I did it again last night. Ate late. I wonder if you switched your fasting around so that you fasted later in the day. That what you says was fun. And bye, guys. It was fun. Guys, with that, I'm shutting things down. A lot of people in here today. So I'm not going to go through the normal list. Thanking everyone. Just know that everyone is definitely thanked. Jacob says it was him. Hey, that's awesome. Tell him we all said hi. Brian says peace. See you guys over at Noble. I'll be there, guys. Hey, gotta go. Take care, guys.